In this video, we're going to teach you how to stop energy vampires. 3 tips
to get your power back.
Get it back, get it back. Plus, stay to the end for a secret weapon
To help you ward off emotional vampires. I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenRoseGarden.
.com.
Yes.
Helping people create
badass lives. First, what is an energy vampire?
So here are some signs of energy vampires.
Yes.
When you're around certain people, you might feel a little drained.
Like they're taking something from you.
Or sucking all your energy.
You're going to feel stressed out, frustrated, angry.
Having difficulty going out into public.
You're going to feel like someone took something away from you. So you might feel low energy after you interact with them. You might feel drained.
Or around certain people, you might start to feel angry for no seeming reason.
Tip number one. Energy vampires and empaths. This is an interesting relationship that you need to understand.
And a lot of times when we have this particular dynamic of vampire and empath, you gotta kind of realize it tends to be a codependent relationship.
It can be.
We want to clarify that not all empaths are in a codependent relationship with a vampire.
No. In some cases, the energy victim of the energy vampire can also become a vampire themselves.
When you feel like you're not getting enough energy, or food in this case, energetic food, then by design, you're going to scramble for energy from people around you if you don't feel like you can sustain it yourself.
So the empath who becomes the victim of the energy vampire might in turn become a vampire by trying to fill that void that has been drained. So it becomes this cycle and this symbiotic relationship between the energy vampire and the overextended empath, and it's just a cycle neither of them can get out of.
Tip
number 2.
Being a victim is a choice.
Now let us explain. There is a difference between being victimized and being a victim.
Being victimized is something that will happen occasionally to people throughout their life.
Everybody at some point in their life is going to be victimized.
However, holding on to that mentality as an identity is a choice.
So victim mentality is something that you cultivate after being a victim because you're suddenly getting sympathy and empathy from other people, and victim mentality can eventually become a victim mentality disorder where it becomes a lifestyle and an addiction and part of your identity. And this is when the empath, like we were talking about in tip 1, becomes that vampire themselves.
And the reason that this takes place is because sympathy tends to be addictive. If you don't have a solid identity in who you are outside of the victimization or the victim mentality, then it continues to grow as a need to feed.
So remember, vampires typically prey on the weak. So work on that victim mentality. It makes you weak.
Stop being a victim.
Stop it. Tip number 3.
Stop the blame game.
Stop it.
Just quit. Stop it.
Recognize that by continuing the pattern of blaming other people for they took my energy or they did this to me or they're making me feel like this, you're creating a really solid foundation to continue being vampire food.
Ooh. That's on you.
So the best way to start blocking energy vampires is to stop blaming energy vampires.
Because once you can stop the blame game, once you can stop this person is doing something to me and start taking responsibility for your personal programming, then you can break the cycle. If you continue putting it on everybody else, then you're never going to find the solution because the solution's inside. Bam. And this goes back to what we mentioned earlier with the symbiotic relationship. If both people are not receiving what they need in some fashion, whether they're consciously aware of it or not, they will continue the relationship to receive what they believe they need.
So stop it.
Get out of that kind of a thinking.
And now it's time for the bonus tip.
Powerful people who are solid in who they are will never complain about psychic vampires or energy vampires or emotional vampires. They don't have a problem with it.
They've already learned how to stop the blame game and start taking personal responsibility for their own growth.
So how do they do that?
Well, they realize, first off, that their own power is self-contained. And they're Southern.
And they're from the South, apparently.
Yeah.
So how can you get there so that energy vampires are no longer a problem for you?
One way is to explore any power struggle relationships that you've ever had in the past, usually with the people that raised you.
Right. If you can take a look at those relationships and figure out what you were trying to prove, what you were trying to keep yourself safe from,
or what fear or program got stuck back then as a method of survival.
So look at your past power struggles to get you to some answers about why you're letting your power go and giving your power away to these energy vampires.
So a book that will help you understand these power struggles is The Celestine Prophecy. It's a great book that kind of goes into detail with this kind of energy victim vampire thing and taking personal responsibility.
So much of life is how we choose to respond to the things that happen to us. If we can take personal responsibility for our responses to the things that happen to us, we can eliminate pretty much virtually all of the negative stuff.
Then we will become a powerful creator of our own reality because our perception creates our reality.
You just learned how to stop energy vampires like a badass.
Now it's time for that secret weapon.
We're inviting you to join our special focus group on advanced chakras and energy work for the badass healer.
That's right. Click the link in the description
To join.
There you go. It's Truth Bomb time.
Leave your truth bomb moments and any questions you have in the comments below.
If you like this video, hit that like button.
Hit the like button. Now think of at least 2 people who could use this information.
And share it with anyone that comes to mind. If you're ready to take your badass life to the next level,
Be sure to subscribe.
and click the bell to turn notifications on
So you're the first to know.
when we drop a new video.
Or go live.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you in the next video.